Welcome back to College Football 26, episode number 8. We are having a great season. We're 4-3 right now, and we've got a real legitimate shot at taking some additional wins. We've already matched our best record, that of each of the first two seasons, 4 wins, and plenty of opportunities to secure more. However, it's not like we're going that far this season. We're not contending a playoff or anything like that. We're not that level of good. Yay if we get another couple of wins. Whatever if we don't. Right now it's about the recruiting and growing, and this is not necessarily the year where it matters. It'll just be great to see if we can get that 5th, 6th, 7th win along the way. So I'm going to be kind of speeding things up for the rest of this season. We've already done our job secure, and yeah, Ohio. We're the favorite? That's so weird. And it looks like we might have gotten it. Good amount of XP gain there. 5-3. Best season yet. Playing style. Only affecting 3 guys. Pro potential is affecting a lot, but there's really only one in Vernon who is quite upset about it. Conference prestige. Problem for a couple of guys. Uluave. That's a worry because both of our kickers, we only have 2. There's concern that both will potentially leave us. Playing time affecting a few guys. Brand exposure only affecting 1. He's only a 68 overall. Like, what does he care for? Coach prestige only affecting a couple. Championship contender. Even at 5-3, we still have only a D+ rating. Man. And we have our first thing? No, it's Player of the Week, Offensive Player of the Week for week number 9. Wide receiver, Fletcher. We don't even have any good wide receivers this year, so that's awesome for him to pull that off. 9 catches, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Commits are coming soon, though. Swift is on the verge. In fact, I think we could reallocate some of these points even now. He'll be over that line very soon. So let's save 25 points, redistribute that. Guinness, I already slowed down. He'll get over that line soon enough. Addison's about to get over that line. He's already down to 25, though. We do have some competition for Warrior, and Cincinnati is catching us rapidly, and we can't do more than send the house. I mean, not exactly anyway. We could schedule a visit for week 13. Let's do it. What will we pitch? Proximity to home. Free safety, not going well so far, but I'm not going to give up on him yet. Let's go ahead and pull these points back. That gives me 30 for the moment. Go ahead and add 25. Maybe I reset the 5. No, we'll do the 25 for this week. He's got to be cracking that list soon, right? Buffalo, here's the almost guaranteed loss remaining on the season. Yeah, they're much better than us. But that's all it takes to be from our conference and seemingly crack the top 25. Here comes the commits. Swift. We've got a quarterback. A 3-star quarterback for the first time. We have a 3-star strong safety. So that is 2. That's going to free up a little bit of time as well. XP was low. Definitely a loss. But still a very solid 5-4. Cincinnati has backed off just a little bit, and that's allowed us to pull back ahead by a fair margin. Warrior, definitely contested. We've got to stay all in on him, but we've got a real shot at still getting that signature. Meanwhile, the others are just well on their way. Adongo, there we go. He's pulled forward into number 1 on the list. We're still early in the process with him, though. Let's go ahead and send the house because it seems to be a slower process, and we need a free safety so bad. So bad. So all in on him. Probably should have been closer to number 1, though quarterback was one of those things that I was like, come on, we've got all these garbage freshmen. We need to do something. 5 points for this guy, and we pulled pretty solidly on him. I don't think we're going to need to go too big. So let's just push him to the 25 set, leaving me 15 points for the time being. It looks like he's going to move quickly and easily. And we've got more linemen who are just loving it, even with bare bones points. So, I mean, maybe grab a good running back next. 15 points for now. Kent State, the favorite. Solid 64 across the board, which is what we had a year ago. And even then, we only managed to win 4 games. And they're at home as well. So, probably drop to 5-5, but certainly not impossible to get a win. Here comes more commits. Guinness has signed. Thought it was going to take a couple more weeks to get him over the line, but that's 2 3-star quarterbacks to compete for the position. Those 2-star guys will end up cutting probably the couple weakest of them, and there is progress in quite a few other signatures. That was a lot of XP. Are you kidding me? Did we just push to 6-4? We're 6-4. We're going to have a 500 season. We're on our way to a 500 season, and that is even if we lose the last 2 games. It's going to cut down the risk on some of these guys wanting to leave. Also, one of the categories is gone. It's vacant. Now all of a sudden we're at pro potential as the top one with only the one guy as a serious risk. Conference prestige, 2 guys as a serious risk. Playing time, 3 guys as a serious risk. And brand exposure, 1. Playing style, 1. That's your only serious risk guys. Wow. Nice. We might not lose 20 this year. Single season record broken. Kerry Brewer has set the Akron single season receiving touchdowns record. And he takes Offensive Player of the Week with 8 catches, 118 yards, and 4 TDs. National Player of the Week with those 4 touchdown catches. Let's go. That was a close-fought victory, too, over Kent State. 41-34. 4 TDs, accounting for 28 points of the 41 that we put up, all for 1 receiver. Buffalo, that was a 49-24 loss, by the way. They are currently 20th in the rankings. Next up is Miami of Ohio, who are 3-7. Western Michigan, who are 2-8. So we have a very good chance of getting at least one more win here to wrap up the season. Wow. We are not in position, though, to do anything special within the conference. For one, we have Buffalo here. They are the dominant force. But then you still have a Northern Illinois, Toledo ahead of us in the conference. Well, Toledo and us are both 4-2 in conference. So is Central Michigan. So that conference record, right, that being kind of the key one. I don't know if we have a playoff for the conference. I mean, there certainly is a conference championship week, but that's that week period, regardless of conference. I think all conferences have one now, I believe, so we should have seemingly the top 2, because there's no divisions, just the top 2 teams in conference playing it out. So Buffalo +1. Not impossible for us to make it. Here comes Kentucky on Warrior now as well, so we've got a little more competition, but we are very close to commit status now, so we've gotten enough of a head start to just about get them over the line. Here comes Stanford on Odongo, but finally we are making that rapid progress with him that we've been waiting for. Doss is moving really well, and Ardenegi, let's go ahead and up him to the 25-point variety. That's already the 10th player that we could get after. Speaking of getting after, how open is the rest of this? Well, there's one slipping. We're going to lose out to Florida State on Laybourne. If it's only one guy, I'm not going to bother with things. There's a couple. Adeniji, another Adeniji. Brother, maybe? Oh, here comes a third. We're hitting that phase. There's a 4th. Other programs are stepping in as starting to get after these guys because the first wave is complete. And so there's, what was it, 5? And in the meantime, we've cracked number 1 on almost every guy on the list. Really, it's just the last few additions that we had after replacing some others. So there's maybe 5 here to exclude. Miami's having a really rough season at 3-7 and 1-5 in conference, yet they are a 70 overall. The record might be in our favor, but the talent and home playing at home is very much in their favor. So I'm going to go with this as likely a loss. Here we go. Commits. Warrior Signs. There you go. That was one that we had competition for. So really glad to get his signature over the line. And we make progress on a number of other guys, especially those offensive line ones. We have leveled up. I didn't see the exact number on the XP, but it looked like a lot. And it was a win. 7-4. We're still third in the MAC, but that is crazy. What a season we're having. And I have leveled up, which is going to get me 2 tiers on the wide receiver tight ends, which is going to get us that off-season boost to push them into higher development. That's fantastic. Ooh, my prestige has grown up to a C+. My defensive coordinator, or offensive coordinator, is a D+. My defensive coordinator is a C- now as well, so they are growing likewise. Vines will commit here any moment. We can do away with these points. I don't even think I need to add points to push them over the line. The 5 will do it any time here. Here we go. Adongo. Yeah, we're making huge progress compared to the others, but it's a long ways to go. Stanford in particular have the ability to do something that we don't, recruiting wise, so I could see them going all in and making a huge difference. Doss is doing really well with only 25 points. Adeniji is doing good with 25. I think we can probably keep him at that, which means we can push into others. Ayala. This is just simply a 5-pointer, and he's making progress. Let me maybe give him like 10 points. We'll just send him some DMs and push him faster. Here's one that could probably use the hours. So we will go 25. I'm thinking I can diversify a little bit more than what I've done. Now, this is a right guard who's getting a good little push, but not a great push. Let's go ahead and give him... we'll give him the 10-5 treatment. That leaves me 25 hours, right? So we can push one more big... No, Laybourne we're going to give up on. And it looks like I desperately need a kicker, so we better get going on this guy, because we might have 0 kickers on roster here at the end of the season from how things are looking. And there we go. That's our hours for now. Oh, Western Michigan suck. They're a 57 overall. Okay. We should be the favorites to win this. We could end up having an 8-4 season. That is 100% got to give us some amount of prestige. Even if we drop this game and go 7-5, it's still a plus 500 season. Crazy stuff, right? We've reached Crazy Town. Commits. Vines. Over the line. And a lot of progress. Lists are cutting down, but not all of those were number 1, which means I think there's a lot of attention on others, and that was only 146 XP. We lost. We finally have a game that we should have won, and comfortably, and lose. But that's okay. 7-5 is a great season. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that cut their list down to a top 8, but we're not number 1 on their list, meaning somebody else is active after them. So there's definitely a set of guys that we are going to lose out of this 35. We're not going to get all of them. And the number of 3 stars that are still going to be out there without offers, that is going to be a much, much shorter list. So I don't think we're going to necessarily get 35 3-star guys. But at this point, we seem to be headed to well beyond 20. Like I said, competition's really starting to ramp up for the 3 stars. Why? Because the 4 and 5 stars are gone. So now the teams are going, okay, wait, hold on, we still need 3-star guys, and now they're coming down. We just got this massive head start, so it's going to get us to the first 10 or so guys, and then we can really all in on a handful more to still beat out the competition. Last year we got 16. This year it definitely feels like we can exceed that, but it's definitely not going to be 35. For now, it's officially 5. But here comes a commit soon. That's commit not long from now. And we're definitely leading the way for guys 6 through 14, which already puts us within 2. But here's Laybourne slipping. We're not going to get his signature. We are not going to get a signature. Still leading the way for McGlynn, but competition on the way. Now, see, we're locked out, and it didn't even tell me. We got a verbal commit. Adeniji. We had an offer in there. It's not that I was pitching him, but there was an offer in there. Okay, I think, well, with this, it's going to prompt me to make some decisions. We've got some guys Laybourne I'm not going to get, so let's get them off the list. This is not a done deal. None of these guys are coming in hard, but I don't think we're going to get Meredith. I don't think we're going to get Gentry. Definitely push others above them. You want to go after the ones you can absolutely get. Memphis, not going big on this guy. It feels like you could all in and get yourself ahead of him. Now, there's an all-in kind of move from Kansas on this corner. Here comes Oklahoma. I had a second free safety. I should have started in on him. I need. But here's some offensive line that we are pulling well ahead on. Here's a right edge where we've just reached number one. There's still a majority here. I mean, I just removed two guys that are definitely not happening, and there's only 2 to 3 more that are very unlikely at this point. We're still really in this. I got my 2 quarterbacks already, 3-star guys. I do not need additional. Did I have 4 on the list? No. Just 2. Not that I necessarily need one, but let's see if we can grab a 3-star. And let's start with the no offer category. Toomer and Bond. So we'll take Toomer. Yeah, it looks like outside linebacker is probably where we dropped the other one. Okay, decent ranking here for this guy, though I do have a advantage. Nope, okay, we're into the ones. Pipeline. I'll take the guy 700 spots higher in the rankings. More signatures. Pickering over the line. Oof. Adongo, they're closing the gap. They are closing the gap on us, and it's too late for an offer. It's more like doing a sway or something, and I don't think we have an advantage for any of those. Here comes competition on this right tackle. So 10 points is not going to cut it. Let's go ahead and send the house. Whoa, okay, McGlynn has some competition. We're not putting hours into him right now. I only have 10 to commit. I think I might have to junior college anyway. Do we need the punter? This athlete, I don't know what his position might be. He's a contested specialist. That meaning he's like a corner. Okay, let's go ahead and get him a run in, starting with 10 points. 10 hours. I gotta stop calling it points. After finishing 7-5 overall, 5-3 in conference, clear top 2 though, Buffalo, Northern Illinois. So even if we didn't lose that last game, and we're 6-2 in conference, 8-4 overall, flipping our record from a year ago, that would have been no matter. Absolutely no matter. We still would have been 3rd, so no conference championship. But again, is Northern Illinois and Buffalo even played? They're only 1.5 star and 1 star, respectively. I mean, they're not amazing. And 67, a 71 and a 67 overall. Bowling Green, Central Michigan, Toledo, all better. Almost all these guys having that half star or 1. Miami a 1.5 star, but with a 3-9 record this season, 70 overall. That's a year to forget. But there's definitely a couple teams at the bottom of this that are even worse. Can't believe that we ended up losing to Western Michigan. They only won 2 conference games. They only won 3 games all year. Whoa, there's a 2-star. Toledo, 2-star, 6-6 this year. I think we'll get our half star back at least. Hillman signs 3-star right guard. There is your confirmation. Conference championship. Buffalo beat Northern Illinois 58-28. So yes, we do have a conference championship. Like I said, I believe all of the conferences now have a championship. Miami, number 1 in the land, and they won their conference championship over Clemson. Michigan beat USC. Tulane beat. Is it always showing who won on the right? Tulane beat USF. Georgia beat Tennessee. They're your number 2 team. No, okay. Arkansas State beat Marshall, both just cracking the top 25. West Virginia beating Iowa State. Nevada beating Colorado State. Jacksonville State beating FIU. Heisman has gone to Tennessee. Their quarterback with 4,700 yards, 37 TDs on a 59% pass completion percentage. I didn't think this was going to happen, especially being scheduled against a conference championship contender. They lost their conference championship, but a team that finished second in their conference, and we finished third in the weakest conference. Well, I mean, I suppose that's not that far of a match up disadvantage, but we're going to play in the Cure Bowl. And on early National Signing Day, we have 7 3-star guys so far. We are in trouble with the Dongo. By the numbers, FIU is better in every way offensively. Their quarterback is the player to watch for the game. But they're only a 60 overall. How in the world are they 9-4, 6-2 in conference at 60 overall? We have a chance to win this bowl game. What is a zip anyway? And what is that mascot of ours? Can't tell what he's supposed to be. Is he supposed to be a kangaroo? They know we don't have kangaroos in the U.S., right? And that it's not exactly an intimidating animal, you know, barring the portion about the them having a pretty mean kick. FIU has been better in every way this season, but apparently, talent-wise, we've got a real shot at this game. Nice tackle there. Only a 4-yard gain. Oh, peeled off. Oh, he broke free. There's the tackle, though. They run it up tempo because they seem to be forced him inside by covering the outside. And we had 2 guys there to help out with that, including a blitzer. So I knew I needed to work the outside on that. We were running over Storm Brave. 2nd and 11. That was a 1-yard loss. Oh, it's intercepted. And we're taking it to the house. Maybe. Oh, man, we had that space. We had that space, but that was a wide receiver with some tremendous speed getting in there. That's a 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Perfect chance for some points. Let's see how we do here. Oh, he got a block. He got a block. Yes. Okay. Great run there. We'll keep it on the ground. Whoa, they are sending the house at us, but we got back almost to the line of scrimmage, but they say 3rd and 2 after we were on 2nd and inches. They're calling that a 2-yard loss. I was laying directly on the 5-yard line, so yeah, confusing call there. But and then 4th and inches. No field goal. No field goal. This is a go for it kind of territory. That's not going to make it. Their ball. 2 guys in the backfield. Blocking did not happen. No points. The turnover resulted in no points. It's a bowl game. You got to be bold. You got to go for it. We went for it. We failed. Nice play by the corner there. Oh, big hit on the quarterback. And they end up with a completed pass. Man. I thought I got there in time to... He was releasing the ball, but I thought it would have popped the ball up. They're not moving it well, but they're moving it. And their players are making a lot of shifty moves that are working right now. It could also lead to increased turnovers. Of course, we've managed one of those so far. Good open field tackle. That was one they easily could have bounced off of and had a real shot at the end zone with only one other guy and a blocker in the way, but we are not securing tackles very well right now. They're getting a lot of extra yardage. Took that pass away, allowed somebody else to get in after him and make the sack. We did end up eventually having someone to pick him up, but he was wide open for a while. Yes. That time, somebody actually hung onto the ball. That easily could have been an incompletion at the end of the drive. It was the most open guy we had, the most favorable matchup we had. I'm getting my touch a lot better on the quarterback release than I used to. I was going too fast, holding it too long, one or the other type thing. Circle, triangle. Go to the right side. Oh, how does he intercept that ball from that position? Man, it's my bad. That's my bad, but I was definitely throwing. The touch was out to the wide side because he had a step on him already, lengthwise and left to right wise, so a little more to the right on the throw, putting it only where he could reach it, and the quarterback didn't put it where only he could reach it. Yeah, see, my man, it was behind his shoulder. So I'm throwing to his right, the ball ends up to his left. That's quarterback. Still ultimately my bad for making that decision, thinking that I could thread that pass into that position for a completion. But that's definitely not where I was telling the quarterback to throw that ball. Good help on that. 3rd and inches, though. They seem to be getting the favorable yardage because they're literally putting that at the line where he was about 2 yards short, 1.5 yards short visually. And we're experiencing the opposite on that one where we had that first down on that previous drive. Twice we had that first down. Counter. Somebody's hurt. Nice tackle. My guy Spears coming in after the fact after I changed off of him, but I had already broken him free. Helped with that tackle. 3rd and 12. There we go. Nice pressure. Sets up the 4th. Will he go for it? They are going to attempt the field goal. It's looking like a pretty long one. What are we... 30, 40, 47 yards? They got it off well, and it's easily made. That would have made 50 plus quite easily. Blocking held. Gave me a small gap, enough for a first. Let's go to the air. Of an X or circle. Let's see what we got on this side. Circle. Nope. Throw it! Holy crap, I hit the button like 6 times. Quarterback would not commit to the throw. Throw! Same thing. 2 plays in a row. He will not release the ball. And now it's 3rd and 18. How is it 3rd and 18? I threw the ball both times. I never got sacked. Both times. It should be 3rd and 10. There was no sack. I threw the ball and took contact. They intercepted. That was a desperation play. I had no choice. Threw the ball twice. No way that that's 3rd and 18. Putting me in that desperation point. Of course. He's got speed. He's got speed. He moved up the field really quick. I had guys coming towards him very early on that scramble. I cut back to the inside on that one, and he still got past me. The initial catch is going to mark him, yeah, quite a ways downfield, even though we tackled him like 10 yards behind that. Timeout. Let's hold him to a field goal. Hold him to a field goal. Okay, we got a spy for that quarterback. I like that. Because even when we get pressure, he scrambles quite easy. Oh, there they go. Shifty again. 3 times he dodged. The 3rd time we finally got a hand on him. Yes! Pick it up! Oh, but my knee's on the ground. Needed to get on my feet, then pick it up. Blocked a field goal. I'll take that. Defense wasn't perfect. Offense was worrisome, especially the 2 turnovers. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. First down. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double to... First down. Woo! Left my tight end wide open out in the flat. I was able to turn it and put it over the other shoulder so that he could actually turn and run. Saw just an enormous amount of space that he had. That throw was supposed to be in the flat, but I threw it over the other shoulder. Luckily, he was able to react to it and catch it. And then he caught it on the run and was able, with a little help from a blocker who kind of gave him a chance to stop 3 guys, right? He pushed 1 guy out of the way, held up the other 2 just long enough to get us a first down. That was just beautiful. That was play of the game for us so far. Damn. I was hoping somebody would get a body on him, and nobody did. Okay, screen, square or triangle is the main option, or circle on the other side. Yes! Touchdown! Woo! Saw the defenders stay to the inside enough. We've been undercut and intercepted on those, so I was nervous when I made the decision to go for that. But there's Brewer, Mr. 4 touchdowns a couple weeks ago. Getting one here. First touchdown of the game comes from us. As much as we have struggled in this, we're about to have a 7-3 lead. Let's go. Oh, I couldn't bring him down. Oh, shit. Damn. That is our hardest part about this game. We get in there, we stop them, but they again and again and again shed tackles. He hung on to that. Hard hit. That guy's never hang on to those hard hits, ever. I think I've held on to one in like 3 seasons. Oh no! Guy does not know how to dive. I think he spring-loaded, his butt was almost on the ground before he tried to extend and he ended up going nowhere. That's going to be a touchdown. The juke in. I didn't even pick the guy up. That wasn't me. Yeah, we're behind. More work to do. They absolutely kicked our butts on that drive. There was no slowing them down. Those are as easy as the scores you're going to see. Not only did he catch it, but he ran right through 3 defenders, and we are losing this bowl game. Down 10 with 1:54. And an offense that... a quarterback who keeps hanging onto the ball instead of throwing. Who underthrows at the wrong time. He's got a couple of plays right, but... it's definitely not the quality of game that we've had here recently. Decent return, but... throw! We fumbled instead. I picked the ball up. Why is he holding on to it? That's game. Well, the offense had a tough day, but it gave us a shot. It gave us the lead late in the game, but the very next drive, they stepped it up and played much, much better. Our defense did nothing to stop them from that point till the end of the game. Right? We'd given up 3 points prior to that point, and then they had touchdown, field goal successively, easily. There was no slowing them down from that point on. So 7-6, we finished the season, but we did make a bowl game. Big step in the right direction. We've hit the end of the season, and suddenly we're a 64 overall, and we got our half star back. So our final tally on what we're going to end up losing, most likely, playing style, just the one guy. Pro potential, really just one. Conference prestige, a couple. Playing time will impact a few guys. Brand exposure impacting 1. Championship contender, and coach prestige not hurting anybody too bad. And it is that number 1 team entering the playoff who went on to win the championship this year. Miami beating Michigan. That's second time in just 3 years Michigan has been in the championship, losing each of them and in very close games. They lost the first one 38-35. This one 35-34. A single point loss. All right, into the players leaving. Uluavi is leaving. Conference prestige. So we are losing our kicker. We have a wide receiver leaving. 84 overall, then drops to a 73. And there's a handful of guys in that 70. Playing time, pro potential, play style. I have the ability to persuade 4 this year, and we've got low chances on a few. Looks like they're coming up with 20 anyway. Guys that didn't have a very high chance already are choosing to leave. But in terms of best chance to hang on to, like Watkins or Isago, come on. That was our big signing from last year. He hasn't played yet. He's a true freshman. Let's try to persuade him. Failed. Free safety. Come on. I need a free safety so bad. Success! Hey! We got our first keeper. That is our very first. Another free safety. Let's try to keep him here as well, because I'm having trouble signing guys. Success! Okay, we've got one more chance. Right tackle. Failed. Okay, but we actually managed to keep 2 of them. That makes me happy. This is looking even better than the last couple seasons. We're now at a 61 overall with all the players leaving. That's where we were for season number 1. That's damn near where we were for this season. The guys that might leave next year, definitely a shorter list. Nobody drafted this season, though. And that's going to bring us into the transfer portal, off-season recruiting. Just 7 signed so far. We spent an extra 40 hours on a Dongo. We need a free safety so bad. And Stanford is just breathing down our necks. That's 90 hours going to this one guy. You can see how we're just barely ahead, but the commit is not that far off. Okay, Doss. Doss appears to be a lock. We'll spend, I don't know, 10 hours. Oh, schedule visit. Pro potential. He'll like pro potential. Ayala, close to committing, but there is competition, so let's get him over the line. Out of my high school 3-star recruits, and there's a couple guys in here that I may not get 2 to 3. We've got 27, so there's an excellent chance that we're going to sign 22 or more, probably about 24, 25 of these 27. All 3-star guys, which is crazy. I didn't think that was going to be possible, but last year went so well. We're making a push, and right now it's looking pretty good. Now I'm down to just 20 hours, and we've got to give offers to some additional guys. So we're going to head into the transfer portal first and see if there's anything in here that looks or feels possible. So there isn't a single 3, 4, or 5-star player in the transfer portal. Not one. Not one. Is there anybody who has big interest in us? We do have a corner that we're coming in at 9th on, and a defensive tackle, both positions that we need something on. So I think we'll go ahead and try to take these 2 guys and hope that there's, something quality-wise in them to help. We've got a junior and freshman. We'll add those 2 in. I've already got a kicker and a freshman, so I don't think I need to go after this guy. He is a freshman. So, transfer portal. I'm only going after 2. We'll get back to high schoolers and see if we can follow trend. See if we can find any 3-stars remaining without offer, and there are. In fact, there's a free that likes us. He had a deal breaker before, but it seems to be better. This is somebody we had gone after previously. Apparently we've fixed the deal breaker problem that he had. Wide receiver. Sure. 4 halfbacks. No. 5 wide receivers. No. An athlete. We can figure out where he ends up. Center is where they have him. So other spots on the line. There's the defensive side of the ball as well. I guess we'll test that flexibility. That's a tight end. We'll take that. 2 more spots. And I know what position we desperately need. D-line. And outside linebacker. Oh, I have 0 now. So give me 1. Yeah, like this guy. And now we're down to a 59 a week later for some reason. Okay, we're still ahead of Stanford, but not by a lot. Commit is close. We can only send the house this week. Can we tell him to... No, he's already... You can only do a visit once. So, we just gotta hang on. Okay, we've got Doss out of EJ. I think Ayala should be a lock. He's almost at the commit mark. Let's back off. We'll schedule a visit for this week. And go with playing time. Okay, Roy, that's going over the line, no problem. Let's go ahead and back off on this. And we'll schedule a visit there instead. Okay, Banks, that's a lock. Though it's Georgia behind us, but they don't have an offer in, so I think we're good there. We'll probably do this, well, schedule visits 20. I guess, just in case, right? Oh, he doesn't like anything about us. Meaning he's probably going to be gone in a year. We'll keep an offer in, of course, but no hours. Honeycutt, that's a signature. Save those hours. There's another. Save those hours. Okay, we're not that far ahead there. We're not even into the top 5. Let's keep that one going. Let's keep that one going. McGlynn into the lead. Shorter. Let's turn that 10 into a 25. Okay, we've nearly got a signature. Well ahead. Not that far on this one. Let's go ahead and give him some hours, like 25. Put that one to bed. Okay, here we are trailing halfback Dragos. You know, I don't need that many halfbacks. Let's go ahead and just take them off the list. Thrasher, that's good. Toomer needs some help. So let's... Okay, there we go. Sanders into the lead. That's our only 2-star guys. These two right here. Free safety, number 1. And we need a free safety. Even though we have a healthy lead, let's go ahead and push 25. Okay, same here. Push 25. And we're down to 20 hours all of a sudden, and we still have guys to offer. So let's get them in. Scholarship offer. I need to be checking them on if there's competition. That's all the hours, but we have 1 spot left. Let's fill it so we can focus on it the next week. Definitely D lineman. And it looks like Creech, who we had a problem with earlier, is available once again. We're already number 2 on his list. Oh, yeah, way behind Memphis, but they aren't offering right now, so we'll try next week. Or do I want to try to get after him right now? Cut one of these 10s down to a 5? Sure. There we go. Everybody's got an offer. Last 5, definitely going to be a struggle. Don't have them locked up. But we're looking really good on most of the 30. We're going to have a heck of a class. Almost all 3 stars. I was hoping for 20 plus. I think we might have 30 plus. Only 7 No, man, we're missing out on Adongo. We are missing out on Adongo. Not guaranteed, though. We're barely a few points behind Stanford, and their visit is done, so they can't do anything else. We're sending the house. Hickson's good. Hickson. But it's a free safety, so don't take too much risk. Still put some points in. Ali still hasn't even broken through. It takes a couple weeks to break through. Takes a couple weeks. Okay, we're not getting that one. Oh, Gastineau. Didn't I have Gastineau at the start of the season? No, that was last year. Last year we had a Gastineau. We're taking a shot at 33 3-star guys and 2 transfers. 2-star transfers. Well, there's a commit. Draper. Nice. That'll save me a... Actually, I don't think I even was putting any more hours into Draper. I knew we had him. One guy logged us out, Liggins. And we're in a recruiting battle with Stanford. Final week. Looks like 33 are very well in play. Moment of truth. $22. We got 22 additional 3-stars to go with the 8 we already had, which was 30. I think we got a class of 32. I believe we got 32 signings, and 30 of them were 3-star guys. We lost out to Adongo. We lost out to Creech. Memphis did give an offer. And then we lost out to Doss, the 35th guy we added at the end. And that was 21 on the day, so actually we ended up with 33 overall. 33 overall, and 31 of them were 3-star guys. Yeah, shame we missed out on Adongo. It was very close, but he went with Stanford. Did everything we could, but just wasn't quite enough. And then the other guys were late additions. Top classes: LSU, Clemson, Michigan, Auburn, Ohio State. And we end up with the 59th best recruiting class. No 4-star guys, and others around us, like Oregon State, got 4 of them. But Oregon State only brought in 15 total. Only 9 3-star guys. Our 30 3-star guys brought in a ton of overall value. Honeycutt, Roy, Domain, Pickering, and Adeniji come in as top guys. Honeycutt as kicker comes in as top guy. So we've filled that kicker position in a key way. We got a Mike linebacker, a wide receiver, a right tackle, and a halfback as the top draws. And then just two-star guys. Our biggest plus for the coming year is that coach prestige has grown from an F to a D+, and that our athletic facilities, now that we got our half-star back, has grown from an F to a D. So we've got 3 athletes in the recruiting class that we're going to need to assign position to, and a couple of them come in pretty highly rated. A 69 overall for Shorter, Domain at 66, and then Gentry a little bit on the weaker side. For him, I think we can definitely put him kind of wherever his strongest position may be, which anywhere on the D line would be a 64, where he could be a 63 as a guard. So let me check those. Talent-wise, it's clear that Shorter belongs as a halfback, so I'll go ahead and move him there. I'm still thinking about what to do with Gentry. Let's see about Domain. Let's see if he has a clear position. Halfback or tight end, either one. And I've got a lot of halfbacks, especially freshmen, that are coming in. And tight end does not have that depth, so we'll go ahead and make him a tight end. Halfback has way too much depth. Left guard was the position of greatest need out of these 5, so I suppose that's where I'm going to put him. Our 2 freshman quarterbacks come in much better than the ones from the previous classes. We had 4 guys, and even now, the best is still only a 61. Brookhart's heading into that senior year, and should be pretty good for that senior year. And then between Swift and Jettis, one of them will almost certainly take over. So Emery's probably the first cut as somebody a little bit older. Maybe Sherry as well. We don't need that many guys. Wide receiver, really thin, mostly young. Goodwin's okay. Brewer's only a 69 overall, and he was offensive player for the entire nation at one point. I've reorganized the offensive line a bit. I now have 4 left tackles, including a 71 and 68. 4 left guards, but a 64 is our best. At center, we have a 76, but his backup's only a 68. At right guard, we have a 67 and a 65. And there's a lot of freshmen through the recruiting that we've done. 68 is the best for right tackle. And a lot of these guys are freshmen, so they're not going to get the development boost. On the defensive line at the moment, we got a 72-68 on the left edge. I have not changed it out yet. Right edge, yeah, there's 4 guys, 69 and 69, and it's all freshmen. Defensive tackle 69 with the whole group. The new guys, these 3-star guys, are coming in as instant starters. Now, development could push them down with the others, but right now, that's your core. Sam, all older guys. Gotta watch out for that. Mike have 5, with 1 freshman jumping into 3rd. Will has 4 guys, and some quality. What was the Sam? Oh yeah, no, they're fine. Quality-wise, they're balanced. Corner's looking better than it did this last year. No true freshman. That's right. I got a transfer at corner. Was one of the only ones I got in. They're young though. There's only 2 seniors. Free safety. Hey, we have some depth finally. But still not much in quality. Strong safety. A little bit stronger. Good freshman there. Digazua did not leave us. So when the other guy ahead of him opted to leave, I think it changed his mind on the playing time, and he realized that, oh wait, hold on, that puts me number 1. Decided to stick around. So the would-be senior kicker is gone. He was an 84, which sucks, but Ogazua, okay behind him, and a freshman that we could redshirt. At punter, we have a freshman there, and we're not too bad off. And I've taken care of the athletes, yes. So that's everybody. Before development, our quarterback is our only 80-plus guy. Some kickers at 79, 77. A center at 76 is the best non-special teams guy. And after those changes, we're at 59, 59, 61. But that's before we have development. Huge level up for the off-season. There's our development. We're going to break it down inside the next episode. But we are starting the year as a 66 overall with some pretty strong defense, and the offense being, well, the best we've had in 4 years. But the defense significantly better. Love to see it. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.